Are you trying to lose weight and starving yourself in the process? What if I told you you could eat more and lose more weight and therefore be happier? Well, I'm going to tell you that today. Many of us start the day by grabbing a quick breakfast on our way out the door, follow that up with a medium-sized lunch, and then eat the biggest meal at dinner. In between those meals, most of us are eating snacks, and many people probably have food before they go to bed. And while what we eat is important, a growing body of research is showing us that when we eat is important as well. So I want to show you how you can eat more than you are right now at the right times and in the right distribution and lose more weight than you are right now. I'm Dr. John Bartemus, and I'm putting the pieces together to help you live a life at optimal. So what's the secret sauce? How can I eat more and lose weight? Well, good question. The secret is in the timing of the food, and it's called circadian eating. Now, our body operates on circadian rhythms, and I'm sure we're all familiar with the circadian rhythm associated with sleep. Our sleep follows a circadian rhythm based on the light-dark cycles of the sun. And just like we sleep according to a circadian rhythm, the organs of our body operate on circadian rhythms as well. Why? Because every organ needs to repair and regenerate itself. If we work them 24/7, they're not going to function well. Just like if your boss asked you to work 24/7, how long would you last before your performance fell apart? So you work on a circadian rhythm, you sleep on a circadian rhythm, while your organs work on a circadian rhythm as well. So to that point, digestion occurs on a circadian rhythm, and we want to leverage that in how we eat so we can get the most efficient and optimal function out of our digestive circadian rhythm to match our food. For example, the pancreas operates on a circadian rhythm. The pancreas is what releases insulin to help pull pull sugar out of your bloodstream and allow it to enter the cells so the cells can do their processes, make energy, and you can function. The gut functions on the circadian rhythm. Digestive enzymes, nutrient absorption, and getting rid of waste all happen on a rhythm, and all of it happens more efficiently in the daytime. Research shows that your gut microbiome, or the probiotics or beneficial bacteria that make up your gut, also function on a circadian rhythm. So we need these rhythms so that we can set a regular and predictable physiology so that the body says, hey, we're going to work now, and then we're going to rest at a different time so that we function optimally. If this circadian rhythm or any of them become dysfunctional, that's when issues happen. How can you create a dysfunctional circadian rhythm? Well, how about skipping breakfast? Or how about eating way too late at night? Just like you can mess up your sleep circadian rhythm by staying up too late or waking up too early or having working on shift work schedule, you can create a dysfunctional digestive circadian rhythm by eating too late at night or by skipping breakfast altogether. And this can lead to increased weight gain, increased risk for cardiovascular disease, and increased risk of cancer. So what's the secret? How do you avoid those things? You have to eat breakfast. 20 to 30% of Americans skip breakfast, and they do it for various reasons. Some have a hard time waking up in the morning, so it's all they can do to wake up, roll out of bed, and get to work. Some are in a hurry to get to work and maybe have to drop kids off at school and all of that. And some skip breakfast because they're trying to lose weight, so they think starvation is a good strategy to lose weight. Well, of the 20 to 30% who skip breakfast, when they're studied, the people who skip breakfast compared to people who don't have increased risk for obesity, increased risk for cardiovascular disease, and increased risk for blood sugar abnormalities and diabetes end stage. Even the American Heart Association has recently admitted that not only is what you eat important, but the timing of it. So you want to time your food to match your physiology or your circadian rhythms to have optimal health and optimal function. Now, okay, we're going to eat breakfast. What does that look like? It doesn't look like a Cinnabon, and it doesn't look like a triple caramel latte from Starbucks. A healthy breakfast is high protein, high fat, and low sugar. So a healthy breakfast, despite the media cycles that you see demonizing eggs and demonizing coconut oil and demonizing bacon and all of this, a healthy breakfast is made up of high protein and high fat. So that's your eggs and your sausages and those sorts of things. So the reason for that is a high protein, high fat breakfast sets you up for the rest of the day. It sets you up for nice balanced blood sugar response and optimal brain performance. So you want to eat a nice breakfast made up of high proteins, high fat, low sugar. Now, how much should you eat? Well, according to the Circadian Eating research, you want to eat breakfast, and really, we've been doing it all wrong. Typical Americans, if they eat breakfast at all, breakfast is their smallest meal, followed by lunch, followed by dinner. Well, we need to flip that, okay? Breakfast should be our biggest meal, lunch the next biggest, and then dinner the smallest. Why? Well, again, because our digestion, our insulin production, our calorie burning, all of these things are most efficient earlier in the day, so in the morning and at lunch, and the efficiency decreases the later in the day you go because the rhythm is waning. Okay, that's the repair and regeneration or sleep time for those organs. So the largest meal should be breakfast, followed by lunch, followed by dinner. Is there research to support this? Yes. Studies have been done looking at women who want to lose weight, and basically they had two groups. One group of women, both groups ate 1,400 calories in a day, which is too little, but for the study, that's what they did. The first group ate 700 calories at breakfast, 500 at lunch, 200 at dinner. The other group, which would be kind of the typical American group, ate 200 calories at breakfast, so had their muffin, 500 calorie lunch, and a 700 calorie dinner. Both groups ate the same thing, it's just how the calories were divided up. Now the results were both groups lost weight, both groups had improvements in their glucose levels, in their insulin levels, and in their ghrelin levels, which is a hormone that tells you, hey, you're full, stop eating. So both groups of women had improvements in those levels. Both lost weight. But the group that ate the bigger breakfast versus the group that ate the bigger dinner, the group that ate the bigger breakfast lost 2.5 times more weight than the group that ate the bigger dinner. The group that ate the bigger breakfast had larger, more significant changes in their glucose reduction, in their insulin reduction, and in their satiety or in their sense of fullness. And the group that ate the bigger breakfast lost more weight, specifically around the belly area. Right, ladies? We're all looking for that, even the guys too. So the research supports circadian eating. We have to eat breakfast. It supports breakfast makeup. We want it to be high protein, high fat, and higher calorie than dinner. And it supports that you want to load the calories, you want to front load the calories to match the circadian rhythm of the organs that are doing the digesting, the absorption, et cetera, et cetera. So if you want to eat more and enjoy life more and lose more weight than you are right now by starving yourself, you need to start eating breakfast and eat the front load your calories into breakfast as protein and fat each day.